Rift had its comeback, but can it take that momentum into 2026? I asked the community what they would improve in the game, and the answers were surprisingly consistent. So today, I want to talk about what a realistic Rift in 2026 actually looks like, without hype and without unrealistic expectations. I cover forgotten and older free-to-play MMOs and check if they are actually relevant today. Subscribe if that's your thing. Rift is in a better place than it has been in a long time. Player numbers have stabilized, and one thing that keeps coming up is the idea that Rift needs more content to survive. I don't think that is true. Rift doesn't need more content. It already has plenty, and adding more would actually hurt by splitting a small player base across too many systems. Rift doesn't feel empty, it feels unfinished, and that's an important difference. What Rift lacks is consistency, and consistency builds trust, and trust is what keeps players logging in. Across the community, almost no one asked for more content. They asked for quality and balance, and that's a really important signal for where the game should go next. So here's a breakdown of what Rift could improve to stay relevant in 2026. Rift needs to streamline its content. Instant and intrepid adventures are an insanely fun feature and really convenient for the player. But the problem is that the intrepid adventures are way too overpowered when it comes to experience and resources. You just run Hammer Deep mindlessly and that is the most rewarding content while leveling? That does not really make sense. Right now the systems compete with each other instead of complementing each other. A solution could just be merging intrepid and instant adventures to streamline the experience and increase variety for the players. On top, there should be incentives outside of instant adventures. According to some players, Rift could use a graphical overhaul. While it is true that Rift's graphics are not top-notch by today's standards, in my opinion, the visuals are really nice, and they are nice enough to hold up today. What I have to agree with is that many of the spell effects and visuals as well as the character animations miss some impact in fights, so that could definitely be improved. Another major aspect is a focus on the PvP community. PvP came up surprisingly often. It seems like many players only played Rift for the PvP, and some still do today. Veterans especially kept mentioning Port Trion as one of the best PvP modes Rift ever had, blending PvE and PvP in a way that felt dynamic and strategic. With how popular extraction style and hybrid modes are today, this feels like an opportunity worth revisiting. So after this short breakdown of possible improvements, what small change would make Rift feel better instantly for you right now? Within all the discussions we had and all the comments, there was always a huge desire for vanilla Rift, but I don't think that a classic shard would even help Rift. With a player base of this size, splitting the community would do more harm than good in my opinion. What Rift needs, though, is a quality gameplay core to make it both accessible for new players and enjoyable for veterans that know every corner of Tolara already. So, despite all of this, Rift already offers something rare. A beautiful lore, dimensions, artifact hunting, minions, the simple joy of existing in this beautiful world. And for new players especially, experiencing this content fresh is very nice. So Rift doesn't need to become a modern MMO to survive in 2026. It needs clear priorities and a small but meaningful improvement roadmap. If those things happen, Rift doesn't just survive, it settles into something stable and rewarding.